What up, YouTube? Elleix coming back at you with another StarCraft 2 cast. On the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have our blue Terran player Miro, and on the top left-hand side of the map, we have our red Zerg player Social. This is going to be an unranked game, but I do know that Miro is a diamond level player, and as he appeared on the loading screen, Social is a platinum level player, so we'll see how this game goes. If you are new to my channel, I do cast games from a wide range of leagues, going all the way down from bronze and up to masters. So if casual games are something you're interested in watching, please consider shooting me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, Social going for the 13 pool right here. I wonder if he's going to be cheesing. Miro sending a scout of his own. It does look like he's getting a wall started right here. So early Zerglings really shouldn't bother him too much right here. And let's see, we still see no expansion coming out of this red Zerg player. Man, I wonder if he's going to be going for the cheese, but this wall, it's going to be finished. Miro is going to have this on lock, I think, if there is cheese. And, oh no, I spoke too soon. This happens to me all the time. We actually do see what is going to be a hatchery right here, but this was an early spawning pool. We'll see. This doesn't rule out cheese necessarily. This might be some sort of 2-base all-in. He is going for the gas right now. I feel like the gas is a little bit late if you're going for a rush of speedlings, though. But we'll find out here shortly. We do have 4 Zerglings on the way, so the Zerglings are still going to be coming out a little early, unless Social is scared of getting cheesed himself, which I do empathize with. So maybe he's just going for some early Zerglings because he's afraid of dealing with Reapers or something like that. But we don't see any indication that Miro is going for cheese. We already have what is going to be a command center finishing up right here. So Miro going for an earlier expansion himself as well, which is not uncommon against Zerg players. And Miro did scout this expanding hatchery right here, but I think these Zerglings must be on their way. No, okay, I guess they're staying home. And Social actually going for a 3rd hatchery right here, so he's playing a little bit greedy right now, and I guess sending over the Zerglings, so he's doing a bit of a multiplay right here. He's like, I'm gonna cheese and I'm going to expand, but this is 600 total minerals for these 2 hatcheries right here, so that is a ton of Zerglings that Social is not building right now. So I don't expect this cheese will do much, but it actually may deny this command center, so I might be speaking too soon here, and this command center is lifting at the wrong time. Oh no. Just as I was saying Miro would have this on lock, he's like, watch me not do that. Just watch me, pal. Miro proving me wrong right here. This Zergling actually getting a kill on one of the SCVs. Now we have the other Zerglings on their way in, killing another SCV right here. Social actually getting things done with these 4 Zerglings. They basically already paid for themselves. 4 Zerglings does equal 2 SCVs. Man, I just want to make sure, yeah. Oh man, losing 2 SCVs to that initial pseudo cheese. I don't even know what to call it. Cheese light. It's not real cheese. This is some Velveeta stuff, man. MVP Marines, though, able to spot the attempt at the hidden Overlord right here. If I were Miro, I would chase this thing down just to see if I could deny a little bit of scouting power, and Overlords do cost money. So that is something I would suggest for Miro to do. Hopefully, I think he's going to have to go hunting, right? These Marines are going hunting. There's no way they're not going Overlord hunting. They have one. They saw the flying cow right here. They saw their game. But no, this Overlord will live to see at least a few more days here in StarCraft time, at least. I don't know. I don't know what the time conversion is. Like, what is 1 minute 2 days in StarCraft? Is 1 minute like a week in StarCraft time? I have no idea. That's something I should look up. I don't even know if anybody's actually bothered to think about that kind of thing. More Zerglings running around now, and just taking a look at the upgrades here. We do have speed already done. I thought these Zerglings were running fast, but I couldn't see the wings for a second. And Miro going for a 3rd command center right here, so going for something greedy himself. Taking a look at the worker count, it is 37 workers to 30, so slight lead for Social right now. But I think Social may be able to deny at that third base. This is actually a decent amount of Zerglings. Taking a look at the army supply, 16 to 19 in favor of Miro by 3 army supply. Miro was going for a drop. I did miss that. We do have 2 medvacs here as well. They should easily keep all these Marines alive. And Miro able to pick off quite a few Zerglings right there, but gave away the fact that he was going for the drop. He arrived to his base a little bit late. That should give Social a little bit of a clue that these medvacs were flying to the other side of the base right here, other side of the map, excuse me, and Miro finally taking out this Overlord. Once again, though, giving away the position of his army and a little bit of his intent right here. It should be a major red flag for Social to see what was a medevac full of units fly over this little area and land to take out the Overlord. That would tell me to stay home, or at the very least do what Social's doing right now, which is looking around for those medevacs. Those Zerglings were everywhere. Miro landing on the other side of the rocks. High IQ player right here. He's like, no, you're not going to catch me right here. I'm just going to fly over the rocks. But Zerglings may as well be flying units. They are so fast. We do have the medevacs right here, and they're positioned in such a way where they will be able to pick up and drop in the main base. That was quite a lot of Marines lost, but check out how fast these Zerglings are. By the time Miro drops, we're already going to have a response right here. Great reaction time by Miro, though, picking up those Zerglings, or not those Zerglings, those Marines. Zerglings in medevacs would be OP. That's why it doesn't happen. Now, what I was saying, though, great reaction time by Miro, able to instantly lift those Marines into the medevacs right here. And now, maybe able to snipe this Queen as well. This Queen trying to put in work. They do a decent amount of anti-air damage, but medevacs honestly kind of a tanky unit, I won't lie. They survived for quite a while, which makes sense. It'd be a little bit lame if they were made of paper, but could also hold like a small army. So they need to have a little bit of beefiness right here. Able to snipe this Queen. We also see what was going to be an attempt on the Terran side of the map, but Miro forcing Social to run back home with these Zerglings right here. Miro has to be careful, though. He's slowly losing Marines, bleeding out Marines right here. He only has a handful left. He did have what was 2 medevacs full of Marines. Now he only has 1 medevac, which does go down. These will leave the Marines to die. Imagine the horror on their faces, seeing their escape pod blow out of the sky and a bunch of Zerglings coming to surround them. That is something you could make a movie out of. Miro finally going for the third base right here. Taking a look at the workers, though, it's 38 workers to 37, so pretty even though Social was on 3 base. I think he was going for more or less a 3 base all in, just because he's cutting worker production right here, going for the army production instead. Miro trying so hard to keep this this command center alive. What I would do is lift it off just in case. Big hit on the Banelings right here, but Miro able to keep a lot of his Marines alive, all things considered, and able to keep this command center on the ground. So Miro is going to be on 3 bases right here, getting a big mule drop on the 3rd mineral line, and going for what looks to be another drop right here. So Miro doing a good job at keeping the pressure up on Social. Social still going for what is the Ling play, but also going for 3 Hydralisks right now. I suspect we'll be seeing more Hydralisks and possibly Lurkers, because I think we see what is going to be a Lurker den. So we are going to be seeing some Lurkers right here. We have the Widowmine drop. That Queen, that Hero Queen able to take it out just before it burrows, but we have another push right here. This is a lot of Zerglings, though. I don't think Miro's going to be able to snipe this hatchery. Taking a look at the workers killed, though. 5 workers killed by red, 12 by blue, so not too much. This poor Marine, I didn't even notice him. I just heard him die. Left behind by the medevac. This one running for his life right now. You can see him holding onto that shield. He's like, bro, I can't believe they made me do this. I have to run all the way back home, bro. No way. And we don't have the best creep spread coming out of social, I do have to point that out, but he does have okay vision map with these overlords, but creep is really important for Zerg. It gives you not only map vision, but it boosts the speed of your units, and it makes them heal faster, I believe. So if you have a bunch of softened up units from an engagement, run them on creep, they'll heal just a little bit faster. We do have what is going to be the 4th base for social right here. He's still not really saturated on his 3rd base, though, and the worker supply is in favor of Miro right now. It's 59 worker supply to 47. So we do have a bit of a lead for Miro for the time being, but the way Zerg operates, he will be able to throw down a bunch of drones simultaneously if he feels like he is starving in economy right here. We have Burrow on the way. We have 6 more Hydralisks on the way. And I expect those will turn into lurkers at some point soon right here. We do have a lot of Baneling Concoods as well. Taking a look at the upgrades, it's 1-1 to 1-1. So this is shaping up to be a macro game. Neither player is going for the all base all in right here. Taking a look at the production tab. We don't see any army supply coming down for any more army supply coming down for our red Zerg player, but adding 4 drones to the mix. So he might go for a little bit more economy right here. Oh no, this medevac may get caught out of position. I think it's going to go down so fast. It's crazy, the DPS of Hydralisks right there. That was like 2 hits and done. Man, those poor Marines. Going down in that medevac. They didn't even have time to think about it, so at least it was a quick death, I guess. We do have a little bit of mech here coming down for Miro as well. Highly recommended against Zerg. Tanks do so much damage, and I feel like they do great damage not only against Zerglings, but against Hydras. Honestly, Zerglings can get a pretty good surround on tanks, but if Terran's in a position where he's turtled really well and has a good engagement position, such as being on the high ground, let's say, posting up a tank right here and able to take out Zerglings trying to run up the ramp, they are very, very good defensive units. Now, I'm doing my best to cast this game without sniffling. I have such bad allergies. I moved to Texas about 8 months ago, and I didn't know that they have an allergy season here. I'm from Oregon, and man, they have a major allergy season. So if I sound a little bit congested, it's because I could not escape my allergies. Moving to Texas did not save me there. My eyes are so itchy, bro. I'm trying so hard to keep them open and watch this game. We do have what is going to be a lot of lurkers. And these are the Zerg version of siege tanks, so I suspect neither army will directly engage, but one army might accidentally run into the other. Oh no, this command center, it has to be canceled. There's no way. Please, Miro, cancel this. Does not manage to get the cancel in time, and now we have what is going to be a lot of lurkers. Will be able to take out this first tank, it looks like, but no, it's staying alive a lot longer than I expected. We do need a scan right here. Miro throwing down the scan, able to take out a couple lurkers right there. I think that was 2 or 3 lurkers. So, as we saw, that was basically a siege army versus a siege army. I love the use of this Viking, though. Denying some Overlord scouting, and also, Overlords cost 100 minerals, so they're not insignificant necessarily. Taking a look at the army supply right now, it is going to be 59 army supply to 94. Big lead for Terran right here. And Miro, I think, may be able to snipe what is going to be the 5th base location at the worst time for social. He has what is going to be 6 drones right here. 2 of them do go down, and now we have the siege tanks, so I think this base is as good as shut down right now. Social can't really engage this until there's no scan. Now, I think Miro is just on the hunt right here. He will be able to take out this Overlord. It will give away the position of the army, which, as we can see, Social is reacting to. He should burrow these lurkers here pretty quickly. This would actually be a great position to burrow them because Miro Yes, he could throw down a scan, but the tanks wouldn't be able to come in and siege down here. They would be stuck on the outside. But this is a huge engagement for Miro right here, throwing down the scan as well, maybe actually able to take out a lot of these lurkers, and does take out most of them to survive, and they are running away, but they burrow at the worst time. Miro throwing down the preemptive scan right there. Great game sense, and I think this is going to put him way ahead right here. Taking a look at the units lost, 14,000 resources lost to 7,000, literally double the resources lost for the Zerg player. And taking a look at our upgrades right here, it's 1-2 versus 2-1, so relatively even in the upgrades, but that engagement was most of Zerg's army, and now we see a 44 army supply to 119 army supply right now in favor of Miro. And Miro does have the ghost. I've cast a few of his games, and man, if there's one thing I know about this guy, and one thing I can tell you about him, he loves him some ghosts, and he loves him some nukes. I don't see any nukes in this game right now, but at the very least, he does have the ghosts. They do have some pretty decent DPS. Unfortunately, though, they were in the front line right here of the army, and Social actually able to even out this game a little bit with that engagement. That was a huge win for Social. And we see what is going to be the Ultralisk as well. I don't think I actually saw the Ultralisk since it's been minimized. It looks so cute now. It used to be like, I think, a third of the size bigger. This tank on the low ground will go down. We do have the Hero Liberators, though, able to lock this ramp and chase away the army of the Zerg, as well as the Planetary Fortress just finishing up right here. So this would be a very hard spot to engage right here for the Zerg player. Man, I still can't get over the Ultralisk. It looks like a little dog. Social just now trying to re-up this 5th base right here. This Liberator shutting down this mineral line, but will ultimately go down. Taking a look at the workers killed right here, still 16 workers killed to 6. So not a lot of workers killed in this game so far. Man, this shaped up to be a real macro game right now. And we have such a big wall right here, 2 planetary fortresses. There's no way Zerg is going to engage this. He'd be better off breaking down these these rocks, but I think Miro's one step ahead of me. I think he's going to build a planetary fortress right here to defend that. Oh my god. And we have what is going to be another big push, looks like on the 4th base location for the Zerg player. Miro going for blood on this 4th base right here. There's no defense to speak of. This poor queen is going to lose all of its precious work. It goes down immediately. Decent reaction time by Social, pulling a lot of those drones, but man, that hurt. That was such a huge tank hit right there. Taking a look at the workers killed now, 28 workers killed. It was 16 just a moment ago, and we have the Zerg army way out of position right here. We have the Viper, which is good. Will be able to pull the tanks if they are sieged up, and the Liberators as well. But Miro doing a great job at not overextending himself, taking the little victories, which is not a bad strategy when you're playing against Zerg. Just take out a base. If you're scared of engaging in the Zerg army, just take out a base, run away, play ping pong, take out the base on the opposite end of your opponent's base. And you'll be solid. Oh, sorry about that. Now we have what is going to be a big engagement right here. I think I think Social is going for the same tactics that Miro was going for, but the unfortunate thing is he's going against 2 planetary fortresses, which are major defense on their own. Miro already going for the mass repair on this planetary. I think this planetary may go down, but this does give Miro enough time to react to this, able to come in and save the more important planetary fortresses. If you did not know, planetary fortresses cannot lift up. So, if Miro did lose this planetary, he would not be able to replace it with the planetary up here. He would have to build one more command center and re-up this base. But that was a big engagement for Miro, able to chase away the Zerg army, and most of the Zerg army is dead, I think. And I think we saw what was also a Liberator right here, taken out by the Queen. 31 workers killed so far by Miro, but Social is still in this game, still has 4 bases. It is 55 army supply to 120 though, so I would like to see Social be a little bit more cost effective with his engagements right here. He's still double in army supply, or sorry, in resources lost in this entire game. Taking a look at the upgrades, Miro is on 3-3, Social is on 3-2. So decent engagement right here. I think these Liberators are a little far forward, though. Zerg will either be able to run away from them or snipe them, but we have a lot of cloaked ghosts. Social leaving the game, no GG. He was just not cost effective in his engagements right here. Taking a look at this final engagement, that put the resources lost at 29,000 total. So this is what effectively cost Social the game. He was just not cost effective with his engagements. He had a decent amount of expansions, but just was not able to get a good engagement on the Terran army, and this ultimately put Miro ahead into the late game, giving him the victory. So, very fun one indeed. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.